How y'all doing? What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Modeja Navarro, aka Crujan Rum, aka hashtag Team Footage, aka shirts.com. You think it, I say it, aka hashtag Everybody Eats. Right now, we're setting up. We got a surprise meeting with Devin White of the Changing the World Starts With You. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with that. So bear with me here as I get YouTube. So now I've got Facebook Live on. How y'all doing? This is Modeja, aka y'all know the routine. Y'all know me, Modeja Navarro, aka Team Footage, Honest Thinking Shirts. You know what I mean? Everybody eats. You know the movement. So this is how we gonna do it today. Today, as I was saying earlier, we got a special surprise with my man Devin White. Changing the World Starts With You. We got some stuff that we got to talk about. So understand this. No one understand that when we talk, you know, we're gonna talk about things that people aren't really comfortable in talking about. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about stuff that people just aren't really comfortable in talking about. And that's okay, because these things need to be talked about, man. These things need to be heard. There's too much going on in this world that people aren't trying to address, and these things need to be addressed. So we're gonna go ahead and address them. So I'm about to go ahead and reach out to my man Devin White. So stand by here. Let's see what's happening here. I was just on the horn with him earlier today. He had some concerns about some stuff. So let me see. Hang on, he must be trying to call me. Says he's in another call. I told the dude to wait. So let me just text him, say, hey, I'm ready. And but yeah, we're gonna talk about the ugly stuff, man. Like I was saying, in our friendship, you guys, we're gonna talk about things that are not comfortable. You can't talk about all the good things all the time. That's not how life is, man. There's some ugly stuff that's going on in this world that that do need to be addressed, and we need to address them. We need to not be afraid to address them. Okay, that's not real. It's not real. If you can't address the ugly with the good, then that's not real. You know what I mean? How you doing, Deborah Jackson? I love you, girl. Michael Lynn Drury, how you doing? I hope I pronounced your name right. Thanks for joining on board. Right now, we're waiting to get in touch with Devin White. Let me see what's happening here. I'm going to try him one more time, and then he's still in another call. I don't know why he's in another call when I just told the dude I was going to call him back in a couple minutes. I don't know if he's trying to, is he reaching out to me here? Let me see. My phone isn't showing anything. But anyway, while I'm on my soapbox, what we want to talk about is, we want to talk about why Black people, you know, why are Black people the most hated people on the planet? Kevin Palmer, long time, man. How you doing? You know, why are Black people the most hated people on this planet? Why? You know, who set the standard? You know what I mean? And we're gonna talk about some stuff in this discussion, you know, and trying to figure out why. You know what I mean? It's like I was telling my partner Devin that you know, I'm all about lives matter. Life matters. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what race you are. It doesn't matter where you come from. None of that stuff. I'm talking about life matters, man. A human being matters. Animals matter. Things in life that have the right to live matter, unless you're killing them and blessing them to feed yourself with, and you know, as food and sustenance. I think it's just too much freedom. You know, back in the day, man, we had better guidelines. I'm not saying that every guide we had coming up was 100% accurate, but it kept us in line. It kept us honest. You know what I mean? And yes, I love all people too, Deborah Jackson, or Deborah Adams. Sorry, you know, and we'll talk about that too. But the thing that's bothersome to me is there's so much freedom, and we have so much to do that people are really bored. And that's why this craziness going on. There's so much to do. There's so many options. There's so many different colors. There's so much this, that, and everything else that people don't know what the hell to do with themselves. So we pick fights over the stupidest things, like people complaining because people are barbecuing. People are picking on race. You know what I mean? You know, so I mean, you know, I mean, it's just sad, you know what I'm saying? And I think that we have to kind of get back the guidelines. We get back the guidelines, you know, of what, you know what I mean? You know, kind of bring back those borders, because lines are being crossed, man. And we're going to get to a place, a point of no return, so to speak, if you will. And then it's going to be all the stuff, all the better parts of the, or the crazy parts of Book of Revelations, man. And, you know, I'm not going to get religious on people, man. That's not what I'm talking about, man. You know what I mean? I'm talking about why. My question is why? Why are we killing people because of the stupid reasons? You don't like the color, you don't like this, you don't like that. Do you know that person? No. Do you know those people? No. Have they done anything personally to you? No. Then what is your beef? What's going on? You don't like them because somebody told you not to like them, or some stupid standard told you that you were better than them because of your skin color or because of what you look like. I think it's stupid. I think it's dumb. I think it's a dumb reason to kill people. I think it's a dumb reason to, you know, but our laws in our country were founded on a lot of these things, and we need to change that, man. So we're going to talk about a lot of that stuff. Listen, I'm like everybody else. I love talking about the good stuff. You know, what's up, DeJour? You know, but we're going to talk about the bad stuff too, man. And if y'all hang in here with me, man, let's talk about the bad stuff. Let's not argue. That's not what I'm talking about. I said, let's talk. Let's talk about the good stuff, YouTube. Let's talk about the good stuff, Facebook. Let's talk. You know what I mean? I'm going to try Devin right now. He hit me up. Let me see what he's talking about here. We waiting on him. He is our point of contact here. So let me see what's happening with him. But yeah, so we're going to get in touch with that, man. And like I said, this isn't about stirring up feathers, man. This is just bringing awareness, and let's talk about this type of stuff, man. You know, and let's get this answered. Hey, joined here with Devin White of Changing the World. Starts with you, y'all.
1 second, I gotta check this out real quick, man.
Bro, that's so unprofessional, man. I got people waiting on you. Your fan base are waiting on you, bro. People are already tuned in, bro. What's going on with that? You are live right now. You know that? Y'all see this unprofessionalism with this man right here? I'm trying to move his movement. And yeah, I'm gonna put him on blast. Yo, that's the little bro, man. He gotta understand, man. You know what I'm saying? People got things to do. And we got a lot to talk about and cover before I get my interview with the Prodigies tonight. So those of y'all that's tuned in, man, you know what I mean? Check me out at 8 p.m. tonight with the Prodigies. Right now, this is the Honest Thinking Soapbox. Me telling you my points of view on the world and world events. So yeah. So what's happening, D-Diamond? What's going on? What's up? You checking out something?
I am actually at good one now. I left my pair of shorts at home, so I had to run me a pair of shorts for basketball practice. But
now you remember when I was on the phone with you. You remember when I was on the phone with you earlier, and I was like, man, give me about 15, 20 minutes. I even gave you a little extra time when I was getting everything put together, and you still not ready. You know what I'm saying? Now I hate black people. Now
I was on the phone with Mama. I was on the phone with Mama when you called too. So
yeah,
Mama,
I saw that.
Priority too. So you know.
I thought you were trying to call me. I was looking at my phone. I was like, is he calling me? Because I told him I'll hit him up. You know. So but anyway, so listen in while you're doing your thing, man. I was getting people up to date about how I'm going to touch, you know, how we love to talk about the good stuff and good things all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm talking about why, and that's a question I have for everybody out there that's listening and tuning in. Why are black people the most hated people on the planet? Why does everybody hate us? What's going on? And I don't get that. I mean, every race has their few. And when I say the few, I mean those people that misrepresent the race, the ones that are the gangsters, the criminals, the ones that are just misguided, misdirected, and do stuff that misrepresent our race. But everybody has those, man. Misguided people that just need people that show them love and care for them. You know, if we reach out to them people and just say, man, listen, bro, we love you, man. I know you feel like you got to do this all on your own, but you're not on your own. You know, a lot of people you'd be amazed would come around. And there's just some people that are just that broken and that, you know. So,
Yeah.
you know what I
Hey,
mean?
well, give me just a second, okay? I got it real quick.
Hi, Samantha. How you doing, girl? You see your boy on here?
Will that be all for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Your total's gonna be $2.96. You wanna round that up to $3 for a donation?
So the Jor feels like he feels like it's because we have the least hate towards everyone else. And I'm inclined to agree with that. I do feel like Black people are more welcoming and more warm. We tend to let people in, keep the party going, if you will. If you ever need something, you know what I mean? We always want to be there. But, you know, I don't know. It's a lot to put into that, Dejor, and that's a very good point to bring up. You know, we all got our problems. We all got our issues. We all got our things that we're doing. And, you know, we need to the problem is I'm finding is that people are, there's a lot of people that act passive aggressive about racism and hatred. You know, in other words, they brush it off, they do it low key, on low, and then they don't want to face it. They don't want to take the responsibility for it. You know, and I think that's the problem. People need to face it. And you know, if you're uncomfortable about it, it's because you know you're wrong. Like my children, when I discipline my kids, I come in, I just walk into the room and my kids get uncomfortable. They get scared about something. Well, they're not scared of me. I just walked into the room. They're scared and they're acting funny because they know they did something that they shouldn't have, and they're uncomfortable in their own skin. And then I make them confront it, and then it's a very difficult conversation. They give me that look, and they can't. Also, they can't talk. And I got talkative children, but they can't talk. Also in English, they don't understand. You know, because they know that they're wrong. And I think that that's what's going on with this world. You know you were wrong for how you treated people. You know you're wrong for what you did. You know these laws are wrong. They're not hang on. Hey, we just lost you, Devin. I'm gonna try him again. I just lost the signal with Devin. But you know what I'm saying, Bejor, they people need to just own up to what's up so we can get past it, I think. And once we can figure that out, I think this world's going to stand to be a better place. But there's a lot of stuff that goes on with that. You know, a lot of people feel like if we own up to stuff, we're going to have to give back stuff. We're going to lose stuff. What are you going to lose? What are you going to lose? Seriously? So I don't know. Until we get Devin back on there anyway, I'm still on my soapbox. This is the Honest Thinking Soapbox. This is me showing my points of view with you know. Here goes Devin. Hold on. All right, we good? We back?
Sorry about that. I had a phone call.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, okay. So we're back. Sorry about that, y'all. Devin had another phone call. I guess they interrupted the signal. So we're with Devin White of Changing the World Starts With You, and he had some concerns and some questions about what's going on in this world and what's up. So Devin, go ahead and start with you, and then I'll chime in my bits and pieces, but go ahead so the people can hear from you. Again, sorry for all the technical difficulties. Tune in, let's have some fun, let's discuss, let's talk about this, y'all. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hi everybody, my name is Devin White with Changing the World Starts With You. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I just wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind. So I'm a criminal justice major. I go to ECTC, which is Elizabethtown Community and Technical College, and I'm studying criminal justice. And my thing is that today we talked about hate crime. Okay. Now, of course, anything that involves hate is always wrong. Okay. When our God tells us to love one another and stuff, and the golden rule is to love one another, that's what we should. We should love one another for everything that we are, for whether our color of our skin, our nationality, our sex, our gender preferred, or whatever else the case is. We should love that person regardless. Okay. So today we watched a 45-minute documentary on gay hate crime. Okay? And I was so mad. And it's not the fact of how people, because I don't. I stay with 2 lesbian couples and I love them with all my heart. But
we lost your signal, Devin. Can you still hear us? Devin White? Devin, you still there? We lost you for a second. So you were saying that you don't have a problem with gay people. You live with 2 lesbians. You love them with all your heart. But go ahead.
Yeah, yes. So I don't have a problem with them being gay. There's a bigger problem out there that we need to still address. It's been around for the beginning of time, since Black people were brought to this country. Now, granted, yes, I am Black, and I understand that people may think I have a Black vibe. But I'm gonna ask you, Mo, you're a Black male. Do you look at your color first, or you just around a group of people and they say something and something is brought up differently, and you're like, wait, I guess I am the only Black guy in this group, or I am the only Black guy in this room. You understand? Like, do you ever feel that way?
Well, I grew up in a predominantly white area, Fountain Hill, Pennsylvania, outside of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, on the south side. And, you know, in that little area, there's a lot of white people, man. You know what I mean? Like, I never saw myself as different. I knew I was different. I mean, I'm not stupid, but I was friends with everybody. And everybody that knows me, AKA Sharif Perry, you know, I grew up friends with everybody. I was friends with the Blacks, the whites, the Asians, the nerds, the geeks, the dweebs, the jocks. I didn't see any lines. I was just, hey, you was a person to me, and I was just cool with everybody. But I've noticed there's times that I've been the only Black person in certain areas, and I didn't care. You know what I mean? Ask my friends, Larry Keller, Daryl McAndrew, and all them guys, Jason Hepler and them guys. I rode bikes with those guys, you know what I mean? And they were all white. I was the only Black dude in the clique, but we skateboarded, rode bikes, motorcycles, dirt bikes, 4-wheelers. I was up there riding, hanging out with them guys. Them guys listened to Metallica, and I was a rap kid listening to Big Daddy Kane and EPMD and Public Enemy and them guys back in the day. So you understand, it is what it is. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is, let me revise the question for you, okay? Do you wake up in the morning knowing that you're Black?
Yes.
No, right? You do?
Yes. I wake up knowing I'm Black. Are you asking the question right?
Let me hold on one second. Let me explain, okay? Yes, you're socially aware that you're Black, but that's not the first thing you think about, right? Like, you don't just think about, I'm Black, good morning, I'm Black. No, you think about, okay, I have to get up, I have to do out my day, I gotta take my kids to school, I have to do all this, right?
Oh, I see.
You don't think that you're
right, yeah, no,
right?
I don't wake up worrying about, right. I got you, yeah.
Right. So what I'm saying is that sometimes that we don't catch that until we get viewed differently. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, okay, when I was at my other college, okay, right, I would raise my hand to answer a question, and the professor would never call on me. Okay? Or maybe I said, well, maybe I'm saying the wrong answer. Maybe that's my fault. Maybe I'm doing my math. Let me try it again, okay? But then the white people in the class started pointing it out to me. Like, Devin, hey man, you know you're the only Black kid, and he never gives you the correct answer because he thought somebody else got the correct answer, and you already have the correct answer. So I don't get up thinking that I'm Black. I don't have Black finger on. I think everything is against me.
Right.
And not all are like that. However, whenever we see things that aren't the same, that if a white person commits a crime, that they get acquitted for it, or that they get 2 years, and a Black person commits the same crime and he gets 25 years to life, that's when we start seeing the differences. When you see the different treatment, then we start having to wonder, okay, is it because he was a male, a female, because it was a different environment? What are the cases that make the thing stand out the most? And it's color. Okay, so when we see hate crimes and stuff, the problem to me, and I had the same discussion today, the same discussion there with my commercial. I had the same discussion there with my whole entire class, and they couldn't agree with me anymore. Not the fact that we're anti-gay and stuff like that. No, okay? If that's what you want to do, like my last video that I shared on Facebook on my channel, then let it be. Then just be that.
Right.
Okay. Like I told him today, I said that if I wanted to take a guy home and do sexual stuff with him, I could. That is my choice as an American. That's my freedom.
Right.
Okay? That's my freedom to do that. If I wanted to take 14 guys home and have sex with all of them, I could. That is my freedom. That's what I do behind closed doors. that's how it should be.
Well, let me.
If I want to be a fucking cat, I don't want to think of it.
Go ahead.
If I wanted to act like a dog or act like a cat or whatever the case that I want to do behind closed doors, okay, do it. Nobody is telling you can't do what you want to do in life. Okay. However, what our problem is, the joint problem is that when we go out there and we try to make it a public scene, when we try to make it a big deal when it's not, if you want to stop, and you know what? If you want to, girls, if you want to eat it, then do it. If you want to, just like a cat, if you want to say that you're 65 and you're 12, if you want to say you're 12 and you're 65, if that's what you want to do, then do it behind closed doors.
Right.
As long as it doesn't involve molesting small children or harming people, then do it.
Right. Well, let me say.
Not everybody has to know about it.
Let me say to your point, man. I agree. I listen. I wrote a like a 12-page thesis. I think it was between 5 and 12 pages in college on the same subject, and I believed. And the thing is my professor failed my thesis, and I went to the dean, and they passed it. They gave it an A+, and then made him change his grade. I went around and did research talking about that very subject, talking about homosexuality and gays and stuff like that. There's no scientific proof that people are born gay. People grow. It's just like you said. It's the influence. It's your surroundings. It's what you grow up seeing. Perception is reality to a lot of people. So when you see a lot of feministic things, feminine guys will tend to be more feminine. And then they choose that they're more comfortable with a certain thing. It is their choosing. It's not the same thing as being black, because I've had gay friends that have messed around. They know who they are, that have messed with guys, have gone as far as have sex with other guys and blah, blah, blah. And then have decided they wanted to have a family and marry and have kids and have beautiful families and are no longer gay. Okay. And it's like I told you earlier, sin, sin is not considered sin as long as you can justify it. If you can justify it, it's not a crime. It's not wrong. And that's what people today are doing. Not to, hey, I'm just going to call it out. I think that the powers that be, white people, believe that because they can justify their crimes, that it's not a crime. They can justify why they can just kill a black person because we were property, we were considered less human. That makes it right. No, it doesn't make it right. Who told you we were less human? Who told anybody that anybody else is less human? And that's all a state of mind. That's not right. A gay person, okay, yes. The problem with you guys is people don't agree with you guys because they've thrown religion into it. They've thrown morale into it. They've thrown all this stuff into it, and people don't like it because of that. And other people think that it's nasty. It's not, you know what I mean? It's just gross. It's just, you know what I mean? For lack of a better word. But anyways, but being black, we don't get to decide, you know what, today I'm going to be Mexican, tomorrow I'm going to be white.
Wait, I was getting to that, man.
Go ahead. That's what I'm saying.
So, as you were saying, you made a valid point there, right? Because in society today, it is better to be gay than it is to be black. Because you have more leeway being gay than you being black. And that's crazy, because it's not a choice for me to be black. I don't have the choice to wake up and put on makeup, or if I'm a white guy and put on makeup and put on my wig and still be accepted. Being black, I don't have that choice. Right. It is what it is. I wake up, I'm black. I can't help it that I wake up and my hair is naturally curly and locked or whatever. And I can't help it. I have thick lips or bigger lips, or my nose is bigger, or my ears bigger, whatever the case is. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't change that.
Right.
But to have a choice and say that I can be gay or I can't be gay, and I'm out wanting it around. It doesn't make sense that you get more acceptance for being gay than you do being black.
Well,
the gay community hasn't even done nothing. It's done some crimes, but it's like crime has no color, so it has no preference on gays.
Right. But
the problem with the media is that the media is making it more acceptable to be gay than it is to be black, and because they're doing it to statistics, they're saying that blacks are 50% more aggressive than white people. That blacks commit 50% more crime than white people. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, let's do demographic checks, okay? I'm in Kentucky right now, right? There's 9% black people in Kentucky, 85% white, 4% Latino, are Mexican, 1% of my math is wrong. I'm sorry, there's something like that, okay? Now, what I'm getting at is this one. If I only take statistics from Detroit, right? Gun City, murder cap, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Right? Or if I only take statistics from Chicago, right? Or if I take statistics from California, a hill part of California, I can't apply those to the rest of the world. But that's the problem with statistics because it shows you one thing. It shows you one stat. And they say numbers don't lie. Well, you're probably right. Numbers don't lie, but numbers aren't always right. Okay, example. 1 in 3 black people will go to jail. I have to choose statistics. Okay. We're not going to say why right now. We're going to choose statistics. So instead of saying 1 in 3, why can't we say 2 out of 3 black people won't go to jail? Doesn't that sound better? Isn't that a better number to throw out there instead of making a negative stereotype or statistic? I said the hate crimes in this class that I'm in has been going around for ages against us. We're not even going to talk about slavery. Let's talk about how they injected us with syphilis and see how it affected us and watch us die. Let's talk about all the stuff they used to inject us with and stuff like that.
Well, like, we could talk about that. Listen, we could talk about that, but we're gonna be here all day. We sitting there writing down the list of all the crimes against us. Let's just stick with the point. We want to know why we're the most hated race on the planet. And the thing that I want to talk about real quick is, first of all, I don't go without checking my facts, despite popular belief. Some people have their opinions. Everybody, opinions are like assholes, and I know a lot of opinions. So you'll get the joke later. But anyway, my thing is I've talked to my gay friends. I have gay friends. I've been in the modeling industry for years. I'm 44 and I'm still a model. You know what I mean? I don't look like one now, but that's cool because I'm not doing any commercial stuff right now at the moment, presently. But still, the thing is, I've talked to them about being a choice. And the point that I'm trying to get at with why gay is more acceptable in society is because it's not viewed as threatening. If I'm just a black man, I'm more threatening than if I was a black man, but then, he's gay. Oh, he's gay? So because gay is more turned towards the more feminine connotation. So that being feminine, it kind of softens the black man. Now the black man is soft. That's why when you see a black gay motherfucker knock the shit out of another dude, like, oh damn, it's a shock. Because you consider them soft because they're feminine. They're put out there. If you put enough of those statistics out there in the world, people are going to believe that. That's why I stopped watching the news, because the news they plant little seeds in your head about all this and that. The world is violent. Everything is scary. And we're going to die. If you fart the wrong direction, you're going to breathe in noxious gases and you're going to die. You're going to kill your family. And you wonder why everybody has anxiety. You wonder why everybody's all panicky and everybody's taking pills and going crazy. They're proving time and time again that if you eat what God creates, you get better and it enhances your body. But the pharmaceutical companies don't want that. So it's like I said, but back to this, why we're the most hated race. First of all, the race go ahead. What'd you say?
I was going to say one more thing too, okay? Like you talked about the news. The media is one of the reasons why we're the most hated group in the world. Hated. And it's because they only show us at our worst. And if we took the same context of how white people did the crimes in the past and apply it to today, we'll be considered wrong because that happened a long time ago, or that happened, 20 years ago. Don't hold me accountable for that. But just like that, how a black person may commit a crime nowadays, that means that I'm going to commit the same crime because I'm black.
Right.
So we just be doing the same thing. Another on the media, right? That one black girl who said that she's white. Right? You seen that?
Yeah, I seen that.
Now, look, I'm not even shocked about that. I'm okay. You know why? Because I remember watching a video back when I was in high school. It was the doll effect or something like that, okay? And it had black children, okay? Now, this doll was pretty.
Mexicans, they had the Asians, Mexicans, and everybody doing, yeah, I remember that.
For all my viewers, if you haven't seen that, Google the doll effect, okay? I think that's what they call the doll effect. And you'll see the reason why we don't value ourselves, because the media constantly, right? Any commercial that involves models now, is a white model. Any commercial that involves a white superhero or white anything is predominantly white. Yes, I get it. We're minorities, but you want to make sure that we feel incorporated. That black girl is because if you tell me that I'm black and I'm not pretty, I can't be a model, and all thing I do is drugs and alcohol, and I'm a wild mouth, and my nose is big, and nothing about my characteristics that God's given me is pretty, I'm going to hate myself too, and I'm going to wish I was white. But the thing is that goes back off to how black people have to come together and stop being systemically changed by what they see. But I understand. I was having this conversation with my mom today. I said, Mom, hey, I'm okay with black people not agreeing or having a biased opinion of white people. I'm okay today. I'm okay with us holding accountable for everything that they've done to us in the history of the black race. I'm okay with it today. But tomorrow, that's no excuse. Tomorrow, there's no excuse. It's 2018 today, right? So tomorrow, I have access to the internet. I have access to books. I have access for when they're arrested upon laws. I have access to all that stuff. There is no excuse, but they understand because tomorrow's a new day. If I wake up the same as I do tomorrow, that's my fault. I have to put some accountability on myself and on my people.
Right.
There's no reason now why we shouldn't know the laws of the land. Right? At first, back then, we didn't know how to read. Okay, what should we do? Hey, you know that you can't walk while being black? I didn't know. I don't know how to read, you know what I'm saying? Okay, bam, he gone. I get that. Fact. But today, there's no excuse. There's no excuse for us to be the way that we are. We shouldn't be killing each other over colors anymore. We're past that. Okay? We passed that. Matter of fact, if we picked up a book and educated ourselves, the Bloods and the Crips were two communities that were building up each other. That were two different things. It was just two different places. Now that you shooting and killing each other? What? That don't make any sense. We have to do better. Black people, if you get pulled over by the cops, right? If he tell you to step out the vehicle, right? Step out the vehicle. Hey, you put your hands up. Put your hands up. Right? Listen, if you know you're right, you're fine. Now I can't always say, let me take it back, okay? Because there are good and bad people, and good and bad people wear badges. Understand what I'm saying, right? Okay. There's good and bad people, and good and bad people wear badges. Okay. Let that set in. Now, am I saying that a cop won't plant drugs in your car? No. I'm not saying that. I don't know what that cop's gonna do. But if I know my rights as an American citizen, no matter black, white, Asian, or whatever, then that gives me an upper step. Okay? Listen, arguing and fighting with the cops out in the street is like you weighing 110 pounds and fighting Mike Tyson in the ring. You're gonna lose. You're not gonna win. You're not just gonna lose. No, you may not. You're gonna get, but the misdemeanor crime not turn into a felony because you touched the cop. You understand what I'm saying, people? You have to understand that now I can understand today. 12 o'clock midnight, a whole other story. You have to be accountable. I get the things that white people done to us. Okay? White people, when I talk white people about the things that we're talking about today, they get this thing called white guilt. They get mad. I thought earlier they get mad, right? Because they know that there's something wrong, right? I tell people of not of color, okay, of white people, okay, that if you're not doing anything that's wrong, that's fine. But however, if I see you struggling with something carrying a luggage in or carrying a table in, shouldn't as a human being I should feel compassion and want to help you carry that in and help you bear the load? If I come to you and tell you my problem, if I come to you and say, hey man, do you not notice that that's happening over there? That black guy's getting beat for being black, or that white guy's getting arrested for being white? Like, I should want to help you. I shouldn't look at my race first and say, oh, well, you know, it ain't me.
Right.
I ain't having. We should be able to help one another out, bring another up. So if you're not full, you're not going to stand in line, and you're against it.
Well, here's the thing.
You can't be afraid to stand up for the truth.
Again, we're getting off the subject here. That's a lot to talk about. the thing that we really want to talk about is why we're the most hated. And I've told a lot of my white friends, I said, listen, man, I love you guys, man, but unfortunately, there's a theme that's developed here in this life, in this world. And the very people that are calling black people and people of skin color, darker skin color, less than human, everything, have been the leading cause of death on this planet besides disease and so on and so forth. And that's the race. I mean, I hear white people telling us, go back where we came from. And I have three problems with that. A, you can't tell us go back where we come from because you don't even know where we come from. You can say, anybody can say Africa. That's vague. That's a vague statement. You don't know where we come from because black people have been found to have been all over the world, historically and scientifically. We have our mark all over the world. B, you know what I mean? That's my next point. B, we're all over the world. We're everywhere. And C, how can we go back to, let's just say we're all from Africa. How can we go back to Africa if you guys are over there taking that over too? I mean, look at all the areas of Africa that are controlled by that was controlled by Germany or France or the Danish or the British and so on and so forth, the Spanish and the Portuguese. You know what I mean? With all the slave trade and everything going on. So you guys are everywhere we go. You don't believe me? Take a look at when they do the Caribbean cruises. I'm from the Caribbean. You do the Caribbean cruises and the vacation in the Caribbean. What do you see? Honeymooning white people on the beaches, enjoying themselves, enjoying cocktails. But that's not what's indigenous there. We're indigenous there. You know what I mean? But everything is a honeymoon. And so I tell my friends, I said, don't get mad. It is what it is. But remember, you also taught us about a God that loves us so much and says that he gave us rules. We shouldn't kill. We should love our neighbors as we love ourselves and love each other as I have loved you. Those are the ones that stick with me. This is your God that you taught us. Your white God that you taught us. He said, don't kill, but you're killing in his name with wars. And what was it? What was it? With the Templars and the British, or what was it? The religious war? What was it? The thing that the English, you know what I mean? It was kind of like
when they came, Christopher Columbus, and when they all came and they were killing them and Christianity and stuff like that.
Well, no, I'm talking about there was that big religious war that they had going on. And everybody's killing in the name of Jesus, in the name of God. How? Your God said don't kill. He said to love each other. How can you kill somebody if you love them? And that's what I'm talking about. And you don't love us. And the other thing that bothers me is when we go to these other countries like the Dominican Republic, they're racist against dark people and they're predominantly dark out there. Everywhere you go, parts of India, all them dark skins, and Thailand and Vietnam and all them areas, all them dark Asians over there, the Philippines, all these black Filipinos and black people, black Koreans, and we're all over the place. But the white Koreans and the white Asians and the white people from Vietnam, the white skin, the lighter skin are more acceptable. The light skinned Indians are more, but they come to this country and then they think they're better than us because your hair is a little more curly. Your hair is straight, but you're still my skin color. You have a little bit of a different accent. You know, that kills me because I don't care what your accent is. If you want, I can perm my hair and straighten my hair. Now you can't tell us apart except for accents. I could fake an accent, you know? And then how are you going to tell us apart? You know what I'm saying? We look exactly the same, but you think you're better than me. And that kills me. I don't get that. So, you know.
Isn't that where that came from, the whole permanent hair and stuff like that, to be more like them?
To be more white, to every, the contacts. Now you got a bunch of blue-eyed contacts, blonde hair, people running around acting damn fool. Man, come on now. People bleaching their skin. That's a pandemic that's going around in Jamaica and Africa. Everybody,
that is the number one product that gets sold in the world is skin lightening cream.
Yeah,
and that's crazy. It's like we're not even happy to be the color of the skin that we're in because
it's all
we've been told that it's not pretty.
Yep,
that's crazy.
It's in Jamaica. It's in England. It's in Africa. It's all over the place, man. These people are bleaching their skin, trying to be white because they think it's prettier. It's this and that. Listen, man, and it's just wrong. And it's like I said, we were conditioned this way. And who were we conditioned this way by? Our masters, the white people. You know what I mean? The white people. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, white people, there are some of you that are for black people, man. We love you, but I'm not saying this to hate anybody. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate no race. But if you look at history, man, who's the race that has taken credit from black discoveries, from black inventions, and so on and so forth, black medical breakthroughs, and the things that we've discovered and so on and so forth, and have taken the credit for that. It's been the white people. Who are the ones that treat us like we're dogs, like we're less than human? We came from monkeys. You know, we came from this, that, we're beneath your feet. We're not human. You know? And my thing is superior human. I should be able to shoot you the same way you shoot us. And you should be able to dust the bullet off and be like, hey, dude, what you do that for? And then I'll be like, oh, wow, you are a superhuman. But no, you age like I age. You need to eat like I need to eat. You need to breathe air like I need to breathe air. You need to drink water, you're going to die. You know, you get diseases. You can make babies. You know what I mean? You can do all the stuff that black people can do and anybody else of color can do. We can all do the same thing. The only race on this planet is the human race. And it's like I said earlier in an earlier rant about color, is if nature had an attitude and the sky was green and everything was all green, we would go nuts. We would hate life because everything is green. We would lose our fucking minds. You know what I'm saying? And so God is not stupid. God created different things because different things, it made different things more genuine. The rainbow is more appreciated because of the different colors, not because it's all blue or all red or all yellow. We wouldn't appreciate it. You know what I mean? If it was all blue, we wouldn't see it in the sky. It wouldn't stand out. So it wouldn't be anything of significance. And that's where we're at. Now we can talk about all that other stuff you talk about. That's another segment. But you're right. I mean, we are being mistreated. We are being, and we are a misguided race. And it's a lot of it's not our fault from the past. But you're right. Today, with the access that we have to become more educated and come together, it's one thing to complain about a stomach ache, but then stop eating the shit that's making you sick, and take care of the stomach ache. You know, flush yourself out, get rid of the stuff. Don't hold your shit in. Take the shit that get the diarrhea out, and then rehydrate, and then better yourself. That's what we have to do as a people. You know what I'm saying?
As a people,
and
not just as a black culture, but as all people. Because the problem is with us is that we've been tricked not to like ourselves. Okay, but then we need. If I'm feeling low, and say, Mo, let's say you're Caucasian, if I'm feeling low being black, you should be able to lift me up. Say, man, I'm proud that you're black. You're my black friend. I'm happy that you're my friend. I like you just the way you are, and we should be helping each other out. It shouldn't have to be segregated. This is 2018, not 1970s. We're done segregating stuff.
Right.
Okay. The only reason why we've been doing that, segregation and stuff, because we need help. But if you're not going to help us, then we're going to try to help ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, I forgot the guy's name, and I'm sorry I forgot, but he was just arrested for black terrorists. And what he did was that he was teaching people how to defend themselves against an attack. Right. He was teaching people how to use guns. He was teaching people how to defend themselves as a community.
Right.
I carry a weapon. Right, but the thing was, he got arrested for black terroristic threatening because he made a statement. Which I don't know what the statement that he made, but for the charge that he got for a felony, making a statement on Facebook, Trump has said far worse things than what this man has said. So we won't even go. That's a whole other topic, okay?
Yeah.
Whole other topic.
And you know what? It's true, and it goes back to what I said in an earlier segment. You know, when I was talking about haters. Okay, haters have that same mindset. And in fact, these types of people that act like that, I'm not going to say it's all white people or all black or all this or all that. I'm saying these people, they're haters. And a hater mentality is, I don't want you in mine, but you can't have yours either. You ever had a girlfriend that she don't want to make you happy while she's with you, but then she hates you when you find happiness with another girl? Now you ain't shit. You a punk ass motherfucker. You cheated on her. You dogged her. You wasn't nothing. See, you don't want me happy when I was with you, and you don't want nothing with me when I'm with you. And then when I go somewhere else, you don't want me to be happy nowhere else either. So you just don't want me to have nothing. You just want me to be miserable, just like you miserable. And that's what they are. People that are like that are miserable haters. They don't want you to be happy, and they don't want you to share in their happiness. Okay, there's other white people that white guilt you talked about. What happens is they feel bad, but they're scared. It's one thing to talk about, man, you know, white privilege exists. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's easy to say that when you're benefiting from this white privilege, you know, but what are you doing? The thing with the Colin Kaepernick I posted last night, you know, I was like, leave Colin Kaepernick the fuck alone, America. You know, I mean, the thing is, it's easy to talk shit about a motherfucker, but the question is what the fuck have you done? What have you done to stand up against injustice? It's easy when the fat man eating in his belly's full, he got a warm, soft bed to sleep on, he's got a nice roof over his head, to talk about bums on the street. You ain't never did that. You ain't never lived like that. Okay.
Yeah.
But what have you done to help get a bum off the street? So that if you don't like them, and they bother you to see them on the street panhandling and begging, then do something to get them off the damn street. Help out.
Yeah.
Form some kind of a movement that's going to help put these people, get them back on their feet. Now, are there people that are on the street because they're just lost and fucked up? Yeah, there are people that are lost souls. That God is the only one that can do something for them. But the ones that are out there, you know, that are really out there, man, listen, man, I'll wash your car for a couple dollars, man. I'm willing to work for mine. I got pride. I know I'm on the street, but look, I'm trying to do something. You know, help them people. I help the people that are really trying to help themselves. So,
yeah,
you know, we got a lot to talk about in that area. We unfortunately don't have all day to talk about this stuff. But, you know, why are we the most hated race on this planet, and why us? Life matters. You get what I'm saying? Life matters. And when people can understand that, we can stop with the color segregation, the pointing the fingers, the blame, the this and that. We know who did wrong. We know what's wrong. But Black people, there's no excuse, like Devin stated. There is no excuse. We're in a day and age now where we can become a better educated, and we can do something for ourselves. You know what I mean? The question becomes, if the cops are pulling guns on us, what are they going to do? Are they prepared for if we all stand united with guns in our hands? It's going to be an all-out war. But are you ready for that? You know, a good friend told me that he said a good revolution keeps the nation honest. And if we all decide to get guns and stand up against our oppressors, are our oppressors going to be prepared for that? Are you ready for that life? Are you ready for that? It's one thing to take a life of somebody, there's no repercussion for that. But when now it's your life at stake, what are you willing to do? What are you prepared to do? You know what I mean? You know, you can go to the military and command them to do something, but when that dude looks across when that military man looks across the street at who he has to gun down and sees that's his mother and his kids and his grandmother, he's not going to turn his gun on them unless you brainwash him. But unless otherwise, they're going to be like, fuck this. I'm not going to keep, that's my family. I'm fighting for these people. What are you going to do when your army won't fight alongside you because you're calling them to kill their own, to kill their families, to kill their babies, to kill the reason they're doing this for? Are you ready for that, America? Cut this shit out, America. You know what I'm saying? We're no better than the countries before us. Germany tried that shit. Well, we saw what happened with Germany, right? Russia tried that shit. China tried that shit, right? With the big empire they had going on. Huh? You know what I mean? Egypt tried that shit. So all the nations, Africa, Asia, Mongolia, all that shit, Europe, we tried that shit, America. And what happened? Well, how did it end up for them? Okay. Now, America, we're heading on that path, man. We're going to run around here acting like we're at the end all be all until somebody, it's all good when you think you got the big dick until that big dick Black man walk in and you ain't got the bigger dick no more. That's just a little stereotypical myth. My bad on that, but you understand what I'm saying. My point. Like you used to say, you know, hunting's all fun and games till the rabbit got a gun. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then the hunter's like, what the fuck? Yeah, when the rabbit's shooting back, are you ready for that?
Yeah.
Hunting's a whole different thing now, ain't it? America, we're going to leave you with that. Facebook, we're going to leave you with that. YouTube, thank y'all for all the people that have tuned in. Even Carbon Reynolds has tuned in. That's crazy. What's happening, Carbon Reynolds? Paulina Monceau, Samantha Coker, Joy Richmond, Deborah Adams. You know what I'm saying? All the people that have tuned in, man. Dave Gross, Kevin Palmer, friends of mine from high school, Michelin Drury. Thank you all for tuning in. Everybody that's been tuning in, watching me, showing love. This is Modeja Navarro with my Honest Thinking Soapbox. I salute y'all, talking about racism and why Blacks are so hated. Why do you hate us so much, America? Why can't we just get along and love each other, man, and be a nation of people and love? We're here with Devin White of Changing the World Starts With You. I get the acronym all mixed up, CTYSWSY, you know. But, you know, it's all love, Devin. I can see that you've got a lot that you want to talk about, and we can pick up a lot of this on some other segments. It's not going to be the last time you and I are going to get on here and talk. I love you, bro. You my little bro. We've been through a lot. We've done a lot together, man. My fishing partner over here in crime doing his thing. ECTC Fishing Club out there. Changing the World Starts With You. He's got a lot of stuff going on. There it is. So I appreciate you, Devin.
On today, I have my beanie right here. I don't want to throw it on, but
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta let the lot show, you know.
No doubt, no doubt. And I really appreciate you, man. I appreciate you coming on this segment. It was a last minute thing. We had some technical difficulties earlier, but we pulled it all together. So I thank you, Devin, man. God bless you. Keep it up. Keep up the fight, man. Keep these young kids. You're a young man yourself, so keep these young kids enlightened, man. We don't have to deal with this with violence. We don't have to deal with this with hate, man. We just have to deal with this with knowledge and understanding and saying, listen, I have a stomach ache and I gotta do what I gotta do. I drink some ginger ale, do what I gotta do, get rid of the stomach ache. It's not one thing it's one thing to complain about the stomach ache and you're not doing anything about it and it doesn't go away. So with that, thank you so much, Devin. Until next time, my friend. I'm gonna holler at you. All right.
Take care, man. Love you, man.
Love you. Peace out.
You too. Bye-bye.
YouTube. So now I've got